In this life, you are not simply born to survive. You are born to master. Every breath you take, every step you walk, every thought you entertain, it carries the potential to shape your inner and outer world. And yet, most people remain trapped in unconscious slavery to their emotions, to their fears, and most dangerously, to their finances. Money is not evil. Money is not your enemy. Money is energy, neutral. It amplifies the soul that commands it. And just as you train your body to become strong or your mind to become still, you must also train your energy to command money. Not beg for it, not chase it. Command it. Money is not paper, coin, or digital code. It is energy, subtle, silent, and obedient. It does not create itself, nor does it vanish on its own. It follows intention. It mirrors discipline. It moves when summoned by clarity and retreats when confronted with confusion. If you wish to transform your financial reality, you must begin not by altering the external numbers, but refining the internal current. The state of your money is the reflection of the state of your inner order. If your thoughts are scattered, your finances will be scattered. If your emotions are chaotic, your financial life will echo that chaos. Just as a mirror cannot reflect light without being clean, your financial reality cannot shine if your inner energy is polluted with doubt, fear, or ignorance. People often ask, why does money not stay with me? The real question is, what energy is being projected that repels wealth? The undisciplined man hopes. The disciplined man aligns. He builds a structure in his habits, in his thinking, in his vision. That structure becomes a container strong enough to hold wealth. Without structure, money seeps away. Without focus, it evaporates. Money is not loyal to potential. It is loyal to order. It is loyal to energy that is stable, intentional, and directed. When your inner energy is chaotic, even sudden wealth becomes a curse. But when your inner energy is calm, even small beginnings become powerful streams. True mastery begins by observing how you react to money. Do you treat it with fear, with obsession, with carelessness, or with reverence? Your relationship with money must evolve from attachment to alignment. You do not own money, you partner with it. You guide it, and in return, it amplifies your life's work. But only if your internal foundation is steady. To command this energy, you must first command yourself, your thoughts, your focus, your choices. When the inner world is disciplined, money flows not as a goal, but as a natural consequence. It follows presence. It follows purpose. It follows power that is inwardly cultivated and outwardly expressed. Discipline is not just about control, it is about harmony with the laws of energy. And money, being energy, respects those who live in harmony with themselves. To command money with clarity is to remove the noise that surrounds it. Most people do not truly seek wealth, they seek relief. Relief from anxiety, from comparison, from the shame of not having. They chase money with a restless spirit, believing it is the solution. But anything you chase will run from you. Desperation weakens your frequency. It signals to the universe that you lack control, that you do not trust, that you are not ready. Clarity, on the other hand, is quiet. It is rooted. It is intentional. It is the discipline to sit in silence, to ask, why do I desire wealth? What will I build with it? Who will I become through it? Only then can money recognize your authority. A commander does not scream. He speaks once, with precision, and the command is obeyed. So too must you approach your finances, not with panic, not with emotional outbursts, but with precision. When you make a decision with clarity, to invest, to save, to grow, to release, you are giving money a job. You are telling it where to go, how to serve, and what to produce. If you do not give clear instructions, money becomes confused in your presence. It has no direction, no purpose, and therefore, it dissolves into things that do not multiply. The problem is not the lack of money. It is the lack of inner stillness, the inability to hold a vision long enough for energy to gather around it. Chasing money from a place of lack is like pouring water into a broken vessel. No matter how much flows in, it leaks out. But clarity seals the vessel. It holds energy. It holds attention. And in doing so, it magnetizes opportunities, relationships, and ideas that bring growth. The world is filled with noise, advertisements, comparisons, endless distractions. The undisciplined mind chases each one, never finding peace, never allowing money to rest in its presence. But the focused mind, the quiet mind, the mind trained through inner discipline, becomes a beacon. It calls money home, not as a possession, but as a force that recognizes structure, a force that expands under direction. You are not to beg for money. You are to become the environment where money feels safe to multiply. And that environment is built through clarity, through intention, and through the stillness of your internal command. Your outer world is only the shadow of your inner world. Financial growth does not begin in the bank account, but in the depths of your inner structure. To build external wealth, you must first master the mind that holds the blueprint. A chaotic inner world builds unstable empires. But an ordered, intentional mind lays the foundation for something unshakable. The seed of every financial transformation is planted in thought, watered by discipline, and matured through unwavering consistency. Without inner mastery, no amount of knowledge or opportunity will stick. It will slip through your fingers like water through open hands. Most people believe they need to learn more strategies, read more books, or attend more seminars. But before anything external can take root, the inner soil must be prepared. What kind of thoughts are you hosting daily? Are they scattered and reactive, or focused and directed? The mind that is full of doubt, anxiety, and fear becomes a breeding ground for financial stagnation. It attracts chaos and repels clarity. But the mind that is quiet, deliberate, and strong becomes a magnet for abundance. It does not panic during downturns. It does not chase temporary highs. It operates from principle, not emotion. The world respects those who respect themselves. Money, being a form of energy, is attracted to order, to structure, to leadership. And the first form of leadership is self-leadership. Can you lead your thoughts when temptation arises? Can you lead your emotions when fear shows up? Can you lead your habits when no one is watching? These are the hidden foundations of financial growth. They are not glamorous. They are not loud, but they are powerful. Without them, everything collapses at the first sign of stress. Inner mastery is not about perfection. It is about alignment. It is about living in integrity with the person you claim to be. When your thoughts, speech, actions, and intentions are united, you create a field around you that cannot be ignored. You are no longer sending mixed signals. You are no longer contradicting yourself. You become a transmitter of certainty, and that certainty becomes the channel through which money flows, multiplies, and grows. Before seeking to expand externally, go inward. Clean the temple. Sharpen the blade. Strengthen the spine. Financial growth is not an act of luck. It is a reflection of your internal maturity, structure, and self-command. Every rupee you hold is not just currency. It is a soldier waiting for command. It carries the energy you assign to it. It follows the direction you set, and it either fights for your future or gets lost in battles you never chose. The undisciplined man spends money as a reaction. He spends to soothe, to distract, to impress, or to escape. But the disciplined individual does not spend, he deploys. He assigns every unit of money with strategy. Each note has a mission. Each transaction has purpose. Nothing is casual, and nothing is wasted. This is the difference between consumption and construction. When you see money as a soldier, you stop treating it with emotional weakness. You stop giving it away to things that do not return. You begin to ask, what is the return on this deployment? What future does this expense secure? What value does this action multiply? Money, when deployed correctly, does not simply disappear. It builds, it moves, it connects, and it grows. Whether you invest it in learning, in assets, in systems, or in people, your energy must go with it. It is not about how much you spend, but how consciously you release it. Even the smallest amount of money, when sent with intention, carries strength. It is not about the size of your army, but the sharpness of your strategy. Many people have great resources, but no clarity, so their money rebels against them. It flows to entertainment, to waste, to distraction. But when you begin to treat every rupee like a warrior, you respect it. You track it. You assign it. You protect it. This changes your vibration, and in doing so, it changes your financial path. A commander never sends his soldiers without knowing the terrain. Similarly, you do not deploy your money without understanding where it goes and why. You study, you observe, you pause before you act. This pause is not hesitation. It is power, it is control, it is mastery in motion. Most people lose money not because they lack it, but because they fail to direct it. They send it into chaos and wonder why it doesn't return. But money, like any force, thrives under structure, under purpose, and under leadership that is calm, steady, and aligned. Poverty is not simply the absence of money, it is a vibration, a subtle, yet destructive frequency that emerges from patterns of fear, neglect, and internal leakage. You can place a large sum of money in the hands of someone vibrating in poverty, and it will vanish. It will dissolve into impulsive spending, emotional reactions, or unconscious sabotage. Because the issue is not external, it is energetic. It is rooted in the mind, in the habits, and in the daily behaviors that either hold energy or allow it to escape. Mental leakage is when your attention is scattered, your focus broken, your time unguarded. Emotional leakage is when your reactions are impulsive, your moods unstable, your intentions unclear. Wherever there is leakage, wealth cannot remain. Energy is currency. Focus is currency. Attention is currency. When you allow your energy to be drained by gossip, distractions, arguments, or addictions, you are unconsciously entering into a poverty contract. You are agreeing to live below your potential. Because wealth is not earned once. It is maintained through vigilance, through the ability to hold energy within yourself without letting it slip away through weakness. This is why some people who earn much remain poor, and why others, who begin with little, multiply it through calm, deliberate strength. The world does not reward business. It rewards alignment. If your mind is leaking energy through regret, fear of the future, or overthinking, you are placing holes in your financial vessel. You are trying to carry water in a basket. But when you patch these leaks, through discipline, through awareness, through self-regulation, you become capable of holding, of containing, of multiplying. A man with inner stillness needs less force to generate results. His energy is not scattered. His presence is not diluted. And because of that, money begins to respond differently. It begins to recognize that here stands a keeper, not a waster. A builder, not a gambler. The path to financial command is the path of energy preservation. You cannot expect money to stay in a system that is always leaking, always distracted, always reactive. You must become a container, a fortress, a channel so strong and grounded that money begins to flow toward you naturally. Poverty is loud, messy, and reactive. Wealth is quiet, precise, and intentional. And when you master your inner flow, you naturally shift out of the vibration of lack and into the rhythm of multiplication.